Good evening. I am here at the Fountains Blue Green Resort in Orlando, and I'm at the barbecue pit house. And just made some wonderful chicken skewers and some beef skewers, and there's a little bit of pizza left. So we're talking a little bit about what's been happening in my naturopathy practice, and we always start by encouraging you to try naturopathy. And if you're not familiar with the term naturopathy, it is a medical um, specialty where the Western model of diagnosis and treatment of disease is irrelevant because we are not doctors in the sense of medical doctors. We don't want to try to treat and diagnose disease. What we want to do is we want to coach and counsel toward wellness. And when those events happen where the medical doctors have no answer, we're allowed to come in and look at alternatives. It's that simple. I'll give you an example. I have a dear friend, I call her my granddaughter now. And, she was having some recurring history for years with migraines. In fact, she reports it as a constant battle for over 25 years. She asserts, and you'll eventually hear her talk about this, she asserts that with over 26 doctors over 25 years, not one of them gave her satisfaction. There were various medications, none of them resolved her migraines. Now, I'm not sure that she was diagnosed with migraine headaches, but I do believe that her pain was real. And as she will tell you, when she met me, she was extremely skeptical of naturopathy. She didn't know what it was, and she certainly didn't want to have someone telling her that they could resolve her migraines in about 10 minutes after she had spent a lifetime of being told that they just didn't know where to stop. So, this is a true story. Tiffany Crowder is on LinkedIn. Tiffany Crowder. Tiffany is the digital campaign manager for Trump, Carolina, and Trump, Florida. And soon she'll be adding Trump, Pennsylvania, and Trump, Ohio. And she has a six-figure salary waiting for her. And all she has to do is hit the button because she has learned how to be a digital editor. So back to the situation at hand. Can you imagine how much she feels relieved? She's not had a migraine for the last 4 days after saying that she had had one constantly for the last 3 weeks. She hasn't had a migraine in 4 days. And she knows why they occur, and she knows how to avoid them if they should return. When you think about that, 25 years, 25, 26 doctors, surely statistics, she would have found one that did it, and I did it in 15 minutes, actually 5. And she knows why they occur, and she knows how to stop them. And I'm going to start calling myself what I believe to be true. I think I'm the world's best naturopath. I studied with Hulda Clark at Clayton College. Clayton College is now defunct, but I got a degree and I've got it on my wall, Doctor of Naturopathy. And Hulda Clark, she was a rock star during her day with cure for all diseases, the cure for all cancers, the cure for all advanced cancers. And she had 26 confirmed phase 4 cancer victims who were completely recovered, in remission, and went on to live rich full lives. And keep in mind, when a naturopath grabs onto a cancer situation, they lose hope. because they reach the straws. So I'm going to give you one more example of what happened with a naturopath. I get a call from a good friend, and he asserts that his friend's daughter was in a very bad way. Not necessarily that I need to tell you what kind of way. Just leave it surprised that it was a very bad way. The first thing he asked is, what do you think about the blood work? I said, I don't think about anything about the blood work. I think I can resolve it in 15, 30 minutes. Then with a continuing removal of the invading issue, probably 2 or 3 weeks, everything back to normal. And he just laughed at me and said it was incredible. And he ignored me. Now, think about this. They've gone to 7 doctors. None of them have an answer. They're getting ready to do very kind of invasive tests. And the blood work that they want to do, I know it's the wrong blood work. Now, how do I know? I don't know. I know how medical doctors work and I know how to think. And when they start doing different tests, they're freaking clueless. Now you say, well, how in the world is it that you know this? Well, again, a naturopath coaches and counsels for wellness. So when we have issues, we get to the root cause as opposed to diagnosing a symptom and a treatment. And when the medical doctor is starting to do tests that have lots of money attached to them, and he said, well, let's try this. He didn't know a damn thing. Now, what this guy wanted me to do was walk him through what I would do. And I just don't do that anymore. And I tell people this. I think I'm the world's best naturopath. I don't want to be second guessed, because the only time I want a client is if you don't have an answer and your doctor is not giving you an answer and you are tired of listening to them. So if you make that decision that the doctor that of record does not have satisfactory answers for what you believe your family member has, if I can do it, I'll tell you. But I can't, I won't. Now I miss some sometimes, but everything I do is non-invasive. I don't use any drugs. So the worst case is you don't get better. But you sure as hell aren't going to get any worse. So then the guy said, well, why do you want a non-disclosure agreement? I said, well, because of people like you who misrepresent and misread and misstate what I say. And I don't want you out telling people half answers, probably with all sincerity, no intent of hurting. But what happens is it goes through 3 or 4 different people, and all of a sudden, it ain't anything near what I tell you to do. Well, it's simple. If you want me, it's a non-disclosure agreement. If you break it, it's $10,000. You break my non-disclosure agreement twice, $50,000, and I will sue you because it's pretty solid. Now, I got no tolerance of people playing games with me anymore. This is the sickest nation in the world. The vaccine speculation attributes it to it. We eat lousy food, most of us, and we don't get any better. So my question is this: why not try naturopathy? My name is Stephen NosBiggs Gibson, and we have an answer.